guys, I'm Luke Gunn. I am the Head of Athletics and Talent Hub Manager here at the University of Birmingham, but I mostly consider myself as an endurance coach. I coach a number of athletes here around the area, including the Birmingham Track Elite guys who have asked me to talk to you guys today. So my athletics career spanned about 13 years, I think, at the top level, international. Very proud of what I did. I was primarily a steeplechaser, but also really fortunate to have represented my country on the road and cross country a few times. I won 4 national titles over steeplechase back to back. I went to 3 Commonwealth Games. I ran pretty decent times, over 1,500, 3,000. Never quite cracked the longer distances, but probably moved to them a little bit too late or retired too early, as Bud would tell me. Yeah, so I guess quite early on, even in my athletics career, I developed a thirst for knowledge for coaching. Just primarily for my own athletic benefit to start with, but I don't know, I found myself in situations where I was captain of both teams. I guess I liked bossing people around and telling them what the answers to things were, even when I didn't really know them properly myself. But yeah, I started coaching a number of friends basically to start with when I was still competing, quite early on, probably with about 5-6 years left in my athletics career, and then bit by bit. I started to take on a few athletes here and there. I wasn't in my role as head of athletics at that point. I was working at the university in a different role, and then it started to become more and more. And it was one of the main reasons why I decided to retire. I felt I got to a point where I had a number of athletes that I wasn't able to watch and to coach properly whilst also being an athlete. Then that also coincided with my change in job title to Head of Athletics at Birmingham, a job that I just didn't think would come up for a long time. They tend to be positions that are held for ages, but yeah, really fortunate to walk into a job very young in my coaching career, and that hand in hand went in with trying to keep athletes once they left university, not keep but keep them in the area. I felt like when I was an athlete and came back from America, my short stint over there wasn't many options of where an athlete could go once their university days were over to train in a senior group. I gravitated around here because there was a load of other senior athletes as well. Birmingham Track Elite wasn't called that at the time, but we started to have a few guys that were deciding to base themselves in Birmingham beyond their university degrees, and I think then this group identity developed alongside the university, but of guys with similar stages of life, wanting to train quite hard together, and I guess that's then snowballed a bit, and we've got a few guys staying around for all the right reasons, and it's a pleasure to advise them on that next step now into senior athletics. Yeah, Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, very, very proud. I label myself as a Brummie, although not being born and bred here. I've spent as much of my life now in Birmingham as I ever did in Derby. It's an amazing city. It's grown so much since 2003 when I came here. Even for a few years, myself and Hannah lived in the city centre, and it's barely recognisable even from 7 years ago. It's a really young city. 5 universities around here are a huge contributor to that. It's diverse. There's so much going on. It's a real city to be proud of, and there's a real buzz going around it. And the Commonwealth's coming here. I think it turned a few heads. I think people still got the dated vision of Birmingham, but it's exactly what the city wants and needs. I think it could just kick it into another gear. I was running down the city centre the other day, and like the tram lines are nearly finished through the city centre, and it's transformed the landscape already. And I know that's where the Commonwealth Marathon is gonna start and finish, and I think it'll be a really spectacular view. I was really lucky to go to Commonwealth Games all around the world, and although I'm definitely not able to compete in Birmingham, I'm going to be very, very proud to be part of another Commonwealth in my own city. It's a really unique games, the Commonwealth Games. It's called the Friendly Games. The athletes from England in particular that I know go there, don't always see it that way. They're there to win medals. That's what we're about. But it's a multi-sport games. You get to see people lots of the time just before they go and do some world-breaking things. I saw David Rudisha and Usain Bolt at Commonwealth Games before they went and became megastars and superstars. So it's a platform for athletes to propel themselves into the limelight, as well as like myself, athletes that just not quite at a level to make an Olympics. It keeps people in the sport as well at a senior level. Those kind of representations around the world, it's a really important championships in my opinion.